In today's video, I am going to be breaking down 5 basketball plays that every teen or every teenage basketball team needs to be able to win games. So let's get down, let's check these out really quickly. Make sure to go check out my complete guide to the 5-out offense that is down in the description below, especially if you want some quick, easy basketball plays. Okay, so one of the things that you tend to face a lot of, at least in teen basketball, is you see a lot of zones, whether it's a 2-3, a 3-2, but you see very basic zones that you need to beat. At the higher levels, you'll see more traps and things like that, but generally speaking, zones are not that hard to beat, and some teams have a lot of troubles with it. So one of the plays that I like to run myself is a play like this, where you're going to try to get that ball into the high post. When that happens, that's going to be bringing up player 5, and now this puts player 3 in a position to be guarding 2 players at once. So now, basically what we're trying to do is to see where player 3 is guarding. If he's playing a bit lower, we kick it out to player 3. And when that happens, when we kick it out to player 3, we want him to attack this gap, because we want to draw player 3 red, because now this gives the opportunity for player 4 to cut, hand off, or bounce pass, and that can be a shot. Or if he's a fantastic or a phenomenal 3-point shooter, now we kick it out to him for a 3-point shot. And this all opens up by getting that ball into the high post, which is one of the best ways to be able to beat any zone defense. This same play works against a man-to-man too. So in a man-to-man, when you get that ball into that player in the high post, instead of trying to kick it out, because you're going to see the defense kind of collapse like this, you're going to have player 3 try and cut to the rim as well as player 1. When player 1 and 3 cut to that rim, when they're cutting, depending on what their defenders are doing, if this defender comes down, that's a kick out. If he doesn't and he beats his man, that could be a bounce pass layup. If that doesn't happen, bounce pass layup for player 3. Meanwhile, 4 and 2 are lifting. So if these defenders get stuck down here, you now have both players 2 and 4 wide open for a 3-point shot. And when that happens and they clear out, and let's say we get the ball out to player 2, well, now with these players cleared out, you have that screen up top. Player 2 comes off of that screen. Player 5 rolls to the basket. Now, depending on what player 5 does, hit player 5 on the roll. If this collapses defenders, you can kick the ball out. There's a lot of different options off of a screen and roll. Screen and roll is one of the most deadliest things in the game, and this is why. Another fantastic option is in the 5-out offense, you start with the ball on the right wing. You're going to have player 1 pass the ball to player 5, and now this is going to turn into a dribble handoff with player 4. We're then going to have the down screen for player 2. Player 2 is going to be coming off of that down screen. Player 4 gets that ball. Now, player 4 should have the speed and strength to be able to bully his way to the rim, or he can kick that ball out to player 2. He could kick that ball out to player 1, or if player 1 slips, this could be a bounce pass down to player 1 for a layup. It's all about reads at this point. And of course, if his man helps out, you can kick it out to player 3. Either way, this is all about reads, trying to read your defenders, read how the other team is trying to defend you, and of course, reacting to it. Now, in this play, this is a little bit more advanced, but we're going to have player 4 set the screen down for player 2, and this is going to be a staggered screen for player 2. At this time, player 2 is going to be using that screen and setting a screen for player 1. Player 5 then screens for player 4, and this turns into a staggered screen for player 1. So now we have a staggered screen here for player 1, and player 5, depending on how the defense is playing him, could slip to the rim, can pop for a 3, and player 1 coming off of that staggered screen, player 2 is going to roll, player 4 is going to pop, and now he has the option, drive, kick to player 5, whether he slips or pops, pass to player 2, pass to player 4, lots of different options here. Another great play in horns, and you can get my horns high school basketball playbook that is down in the description as well, but we can get that ball into player 4, and then player 1 sets the down screen for player 3. Player 5 sets the away screen for player 2. Off of this screen, player 3 comes up, player 4 now sets the dribble handoff, player 2 uses that screen, and now we're in a situation, depending on what happens here, he could roll or he could pop. Player 3 gets that ball, he can go downhill, Player 1 is rolling or popping depending on what happens with the defender. Player 3 can score. He can kick it out to 5, to 1, to 4, to 2. He's got a lot of different options here. I hope that this video has helped you. I hope that these plays help your team win more games. If you want some easy offense, make sure to go check out my complete guide to the 5-out offense that is down in the description below. But also, if you're a newer basketball coach, make sure to go check out my complete guide to coaching youth basketball that is down in the description below as well. I'll see you guys again in my next video.